Well, Lori and Jerry, I'll tell you, it's been more than 15 years since lawmakers raised the minimum wage to $7.25 here in Pennsylvania. Now, tonight we spoke with residents and local businesses who have a renewed sense of hope, but they all tell us that something has to change as they believe that the Keystone State is well behind the times.
How do you live off $7.25?
That is crazy.
Tonight, residents and businesses in Harrisburg are reacting to a potential increase in Pennsylvania's minimum wage, but also the fact that it's still $7.25.
I started working when I was 14 years old at McDonald's in my local area, and it was $7.25 then. To think that, 10 years later that it's still the same price, I think that's outrageous.
Many of the Keystone State surrounding neighbors have long since raised their minimum wage, with some surpassing the proposed $15. Harrisburg resident Bourdain Smith says that $15, that isn't enough, but he's glad it's something.
It's definitely a step in the right direction, I would say. It'd be hard to find somewhere to live off $7 or $15 a day right now, but it's definitely something that's going to help compared to the $7.25.
Democratic Representative Nikki Rivera, who covers East Petersburg and parts of Manheim Township and Lancaster City, agrees.
If there's somebody that you value in hiring, then you value in paying them an affordable living wage. 15 gets us closer to that number. It doesn't reach it, but it gets us closer than $7.25.
But not everyone sees it the same way. Some lawmakers have raised concerns about how it could impact small businesses.
If you're paying your employees $15 as required by government, someone's going to pay for that. So chances are what you're paying for a hamburger right now is going to double if the minimum wage goes to $15 an hour.
So we spoke to a small business to hear what they had to say.
I don't even know if the customer has to really pick it up on the back end. People raise their prices all the time.
Kayla Cabrera of Nico's Pizza addresses the claim that customers have to pick up the expense, but she says in the end, it's about doing right by your employees.
To keep a good employee, you need to pay your employee. To keep a good employee, you need to make sure they have a livable wage, they can pay their bills, come to work, get their kids to daycare. So at the end of the day, I think it's worth it to pay your employees more.
And as we mentioned, the House passed that vote. However, it is not clear when or if the Senate will take it up for a vote. Reporting live here in Harrisburg, Michael Fuller, WGAL News 8.